Welcome to Phoenix International Raceway, NASCAR's jewel in the desert, where since 1988 the Cup Series has been racing at least once per year. And tonight, Stinger races for the second time in 2023 around this mile oval with their COT winged mod, the Cup 10 winged mod on NR2003. I'm Matthew Merlino. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, or this evening, I'm sorry. With me right now is Some Username and Z Games. Now, guys, first for Mr. Z Games, I understand that you have driven a little bit during this practice session to give us a little bit of information. What can you say about the track and what we could possibly see with strategy here?
Yeah, so the most important thing that's going to come out of this is going to be your fuel mileage. I went out there and saw that you're going to need at least 2 cans. You're going to go out with 20.2 and you're going to need 44. So it's most important about the fuel mileage, but also keeping that car in control. Phoenix is known for being a hard track. From experience, I know that it's difficult. So it is important to, note that you can lose control in any turn.
All right, Some Username, you got anything to add to that?
Well, I don't have any personal experience driving the car, so I wouldn't know. But from what I've saw in practice, not a lot of cars have held on to themselves. They haven't stuck to the groove, and some have went into the wall, and some have wrecked into each other. So I'm expecting a few wrecks in this race, personally. But I think we'll have some good racing.
All right, I believe we are over the 15 driver limit to starting a race. Only 15 drivers will start a Stinger race, so we'll have to see how qualifying goes. Right now, according... Oh, I apologize. I was going to say that no times have been set, but 3 cars have set times. Brandon Carter in the number 19, fastest of those 3, a 28.184, but he has been surpassed by the 17 Ryan Arnold, a 27.744, followed by Aria Carmona. 12 cars have set time so far tonight. Still that 12, and now up to 14, and the slowest of them, the 75 Mishi Hood, who set a lap way off the pace, 40.120. Joshua Harrison in 13th, Mishi Hood in 14th. Harrison's lap at 28.888, so he's just about a second and a tenth off. And our 15th and final car has set time, at least that would be the final transfer spot into our event tonight. Still occupied by Mishi Hood, who has gotten his time up to a 32.110, but it seems as though he will be the last starter on the grid. Only 15 cars here tonight qualifying. Oh, that's the maximum for entrance in a Stinger race, and leading them to the green should be Ryan Arnold. All drivers have completed their 2 laps of qualifying. Ryan Arnold and Kobe Smith lead the timing sheets. Let's give you your starting grid right now. And it is, as we said, Ryan Arnold on pole in his Chevrolet. Kobe Smith in the Dodge, the number 9, will start second. Arnold with a 27.744. Smith with a 27.8. Aria Carmona and Jack Curry will start third and fourth, respectively. Carmona last of the 27 times with the 27.8 as well. Jack Curry with a 28.005. Brandon Carter starts fifth with Cliff Jones Jr. in the 33 alongside him. So we'll give you the top 6, and then we'll give you the rest of the field as we get set to go racing here.
Drivers, to your car.
Here we are, getting ready to go racing, and already it looks like we have a retiree, maybe, Johnny Yang. gone. What? We apologize. We are experiencing some technical difficulties as we prepare to start this race.
Drivers, to your car.
Alright, well. Well, all we can tell you is that we believe the issues have been resolved and we are ready to go back racing. So up front, as we try and get you the starting grid, up front once again, Ryan Arnold, Kobe Smith in second position, Aria Carmona and Jack Curry third and fourth, Brandon Carter and Cliff Jones Jr. make up the third row with Blake Reed in that 65, the 00 Dresden Ramsey in eighth position. There's the command. We hope you heard it. The 91 of Benjamin Cusson and the 85 Johnny Yang start in the fifth row of competition. It's the 81 Cam Smith and the 8 Carl Childress. Then the 48 Connor Dowdy, the 3 Joshua Harrison, and our last place starter in the 75 is Mishi Hood. Just to check in, you guys are there, right?
Yes,
Yep,
we're here.
All right, let's get ready for a big race, our first COT race of the year. Ryan Arnold leads us to the green flag. We're racing in Phoenix, but it looks like we might have some cars that jumped it. I don't know if they've got black flags or not. Doesn't look like it. Jack Curry's up into the lead. Kobe Smith in second position just behind him as they make their way through the dogleg.
Yeah, that was a very questionable start there from Jack Curry.
And the 9, it seemed, followed him through. Yes, there is a black flag, but it's not to who we expected. It is, in fact, Carl Childress who has received a black flag. I would guess it's from jumping the start, considering how early on in the race it is. Up to third is Cliff Jones Jr. in his Michigan 33 Ford.
You know, I saw in the back, it's the 85, Johnny Yang in the 85. He started all the way in the back, and he's way behind the leaders. He's got a 13-second gap now. Seems like he just had a really bad start to the race, and he's already starting in the back.
He is all the way back of the lead pack, but up front, a very close battle. The 9 almost into the back of the 07 there. We head through the dog leg. This is lap number 2 of 63 here at Phoenix. Of course, fuel mileage going to be a factor, as our friend Z Gamer told us in the pre-race show. And it looks like the 33 has made a pass. That's Jones Jr. on Ryan Arnold, but here comes Arnold back to the outside.
Yeah, a really good move there. Almost was really questionable there. Some contact could have been made, but luckily they keep it through. And as you can see, the 17.
And in the back, the 54 very
Oh,
loose and
54.
hard into the wall.
Bang!
Aria Carmona,
Zero
and we've
goes
got
to the wall,
trouble.
comes back up onto the track and collects the 91.
Well, I believe we're going to a restart here. Stinger procedure is first 7 laps. We do a restart, but no, it just seemed to be server lag on my end. We apologize for that. But up front, it is the 07 of Jack Curry leading, the 9 of Kobe Smith. We are under the yellow flag. There is the pace car. And Arnold got up into third.
Number 3's going down pit road. He's hitting his car.
Yeah,
Not
got
sure what's
collected in the
happening with
back
him.
there. I think he barely got tagged and tried to keep it up, but knowing this track, you hit the brakes a little too hard and you go spinning.
I didn't see any of the other drivers.
Down pit road. No, never mind.
Oh,
Top 2
0.
are going to fake out, and the 3.
07.
So the 17, 19, and 91, the top 3 cars coming to pit road. 17 is Arnold. That's your pole sitter.
Half the field split up and went onto pit road while the other half stayed out.
Well, the top 2 stayed out. We'll see after these pit stops if we can get a rec replay for you or if that server lag does not let us here. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be 4 tires, and I would guess maximum amount of fuel for Ryan Arnold and the rest of the cars on pit road.
The number 3, Joshua Harrison, has retired officially off the track.
I would believe he was involved in that accident, so let's go back. We'll give you a wreck replay now. Let's see if we can give you our best angle of that crash. Yeah, we do unfortunately have to apologize because we cannot show you the full extent of the carnage, but we can show you what caused it. The 00 to the inside, almost at door length of the 54. 54 overcorrects, comes back, hits the 00 in, and then we go dark.
Yeah, what a hard accident there.
A hard crash, yes.
That must have hurt.
Yep. Well, thankfully,
Whoa,
we're in
they're
the car
wrecking under
tomorrow.
caution. 75's around.
Whoa, that's the 75 Mishi Hood who started last and seemed to be a few seconds off the pace in qualifying. Let's see what happens. Oh, he got into the back of the 54, collected the 00 and falls all the way back. But looks like we are back green. Just caught that restart as Jack Curry leads us back to the green flag at Phoenix.
Whoa, 19 gets a shove from the 81 going into turn 1.
They keep it straight, side-by-side action. The 19 almost down on the 65.
The 00 into the wall
Double
there.
Yeah, 00. I saw it going in well. Ooh, 85 turns 17 around. Ryan Arnold. He saves it, though. He gets the car back straight again.
Arnold with 2 incidents in 6 laps here, 8 laps now, as they all go single file once again with Jack Curry leading the pack. And a black flag for somebody else. It is Mishi Hood, I would guess, for that starting incident. As the 48, trying to put a slide job on the 91, Benjamin Cussin, falls back in line and now is going to put a crossover on him. Connor Dowdy started in the 13th position. Now he's up fighting to be in the top 5. And he got into him there in turn number 2. And behind him, the 54. Oh, more contact.
Contact again.
Whoa, look at that. And here comes Carmona and the 48 off the pace and he spins.
48 around.
19 got the 19 spun the 48, and it looks like that'll be a caution as the 19 of Brandon Carter right up against the wall in his Best Buy Dodge Charger. Seems as though we're going to stay green, however.
Yeah, I think they just save it enough to where it doesn't count as a 2-car wreck. But that was really sketchy.
Whoa, 00!
Oh,
he sent it to the inside of the 91 and spun him.
Oh, he's coming back down.
Whoa! Incredible wreck avoidance there from the 65 of Blake Reed especially, and the 85, Johnny Yang.
Pace car's out.
Like
and there we go. We are under yellow
and
flag.
75.
And the 75. Bad luck or no talent? Which one is it?
I don't know, man.
Come on. Surely it's just bad luck. Can't really blame all talent on that, I wouldn't say. He's just having a bad day is all.
Yeah, well, let's hope so.
To note, the 75 is currently a lap down with the 3 retired.
More cars are going down on pit road.
Ooh, and the 19 was in the wall there. And he comes down and hits the 91. I don't think that was retaliation. I don't think those guys had an incident before. I think
there's going to be no car after this race without a scratch on them.
Nope, this
All the
is
cars are
like
getting-
an old school Bristol or a new school Martinsville race, I would guess. Let's go back and see if we can get you a replay of that wreck.
Just a note before we get that race replay, the 17 of Ryan Arnold is first off the pit road.
Looks like the 85 is doing a burnout in his pit stall for some reason.
So here's the replay. You can see the 00 just sent it inside turn 3, spun the 91 around, and that was a hard impact to that outside safer barrier. But back to the live action now. The 75 once again very slow, as I believe he was letting people by there. But up front, it is still Jack Curry's led all 13 laps so far in this 63-lap event at Phoenix. Behind him, Kobe Smith in number 9, and that 33 car driven by Cliff Jones Jr. 81, a Cam Smith, and the 65, Blake Reed, rounds out the top 5.
Surprisingly, this race hasn't been more involved with the front. The front has seemed to just keep in single file. This is more of a back marker race, with a lot of incidents being from the back.
Yeah, well, that has resulted in 2 yellow flags. 6 of the 14 laps under yellow. We're about to get a 7th here. And to jump off your point there, it was Curry, as I said, who's led all 13 laps, and really they only have 2 corners to catch him, as it looks like the 9 brake checked the 33 there, perhaps not on purpose. He did seem to be blinking. 1 lap till green here. We'll go green lap number 15 of 63. That'll be 49 to go.
I just saw the 75 hit the back of the 00 car. Once again, Michi Hood getting into some trouble.
Yeah, he's 2 laps down at the moment. Would have been running 15th, but he is running 14th because the 3-car Joshua Harrison did retire early on in this race.
One thing to note here is that this could be a very interesting battle in the front, with the 07 and the 9. They are both around equally in pace. But surprisingly, the 17 having the fastest lap of the 28.049.
Yeah, that's 136.7 miles an hour. I was just about to mention that. Something I do want to mention, though, the most recent race we had with these winged COT cars as we go back green at Indianapolis, 9 is blinking. That seems to be his issue and not with the server, as Curry gets off to a big lead.
You know, it's really unfortunate to see. Wait, no. Sorry, my bad. I saw the 17. He started at the front. Now he's kind of filed back to 5th.
Oh, speaking of Arnold's, yeah, he's already made up 1 position. He started back in 6th. He's up to 5th and all over the back bumper of the 33 there.
Yeah, let's see if the 17 can get a lot of momentum and charge
Here
to
he
the front.
comes into the dog leg on the outside. That might not work, but let's see if he can make a move in 3.
Yeah, 33
and he does.
right
Whoa,
him.
he loses the
17.
traction almost into the wall.
They're going to get side by side out of turn 4.
Or he won't.
He's going to get him,
17.
though.
Arnold pulls
17.
ahead.
He's going to pull up into 3rd position, just behind the 2 leaders. And it looks like Kobe Smith has caught up to Jack Curry.
Yeah, they're right behind one another. The number 9 is riding right behind him. He's looking for the right moment to go and make the pass. They're racing pretty close to each other, and the 17 is closing in the gap.
This is going to be really hard for Kobe, though, because he also has to take a note to his internet for a personal experience and dealing with lag. you have to adjust, and it's going to be a lot of adjusting for this 9 car here and trying to get past Jack Curry.
Whoa, 19 spun.
Oh, we do have a spinner. 19 car around. That's Brandon Carter. We'll stick with the leaders here so we don't miss any of the action. We do stay green. As the 17 looking to pick off the 9 for second. At the 9 to the inside, almost in turn 1. There goes the 17 who is inside, and he's going to take second position.
Oh,
Great
Smith
move.
lost a lot of time there. He lost a lot of ground.
I don't know if he was pulling over because of his internet issues, but whatever the reason may be, Ryan Arnold is right on the back bumper of our leader, Jack Curry.
Oh, is
Yeah,
he going to
Ryan
try
has
it past?
a lot of speed.
Yeah, he went to the outside. He's very fast. He set a sub 28. His former lap was the fastest. That was a 28.8, I believe, or
Oh.
28.9. Now he's dropped it about a second to a
Curry got almost
27.9.
sideways there.
And Arnold, he has the lead into 3. They're going to go side by side. Arnold really is running that high line there. And they stay side by side coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, he's trying to use all that momentum here, trying to get away from Jack Curry, but he's just sticking to his side here. That's letting the 9 catch up. And now they are not side by side, but the 9 is getting really close. That's letting Jack Curry run away.
Yes, he is. And that'll be the exact thing Jack Curry wants to see. It'll be that 17 and 9 running side by side. Completing now, it is lap number 23 out of 63. Just about 40 laps to go in this race.
Ooh, did you see Childress at number 8? Yeah,
No,
just
we're
get his
sticking.
car going into turn 1.
Well, we're sticking with the 17 because he is all over the track trying to make a move on Curry, and he comes to the outside in 3 and 4 again.
Ooh, Curry
What I'm
coming up the
thinking
track a
though
little
here-
bit.
Gets the run. Can he get the run? Can he get the run? Doesn't clear him into
No.
1. No. Looks like Curry will
Ooh.
keep the lead into turn 1. He did, I believe, lead the lap there. Not so sure about it. But it
Man,
did
they're
look
still
like it.
side by side. He can't clear him.
Oh, he's in the
Ooh,
wall. He
17
got in the
got
wall
pinched into the
just so
wall.
slightly off the dog leg. That might give
Will the
Curry
9
the advantage, but that 17 is so fast.
He's going to get the run off of the
No,
off the
he
turns,
doesn't. He
so-
almost hits the wall. He had to check up there, it seemed. And look at this. Here comes the 54, Aria Carmona, as she just lags out.
Yeah,
She's
he saw
also-
the 54,
Here.
made up all that time. Now he's up to the top 4.
Well, she's also having, it seems to be, internet issues in her 54 Chevy. Arnold lost traction again there. Now he's to the outside, just peeking to the outside. When does he start using that bumper? I know he's itching to, but
Ooh,
he doesn't want
Curry
to get
drops
a
all the way
complaint.
down to the bottom.
And here comes
Now
Carmona,
they're-
sending it into turn 2.
9's going to pick up 3rd spot, and he's going to try and catch up to the 17. He's going to go right in there, and hopefully he's going to keep the momentum through the turns. It looks like
Oh,
he
and Arnold
might- Ooh,
lost it again. Can he keep it off the wall? Yes, he can, but he'll lose 2nd and maybe 3rd. But here he comes back.
Oh, 9 miles
Contact,
ahead. Ooh,
17
put
in the
17 into
wall.
Smith is
It's a-
racing hard today.
It's a big thing to note that Ryan is probably killing his tires, just trying to push
Well,
and
whoa.
trying to get past the 9 and Jack Curry. So this is going to be really interesting to see in the long run how this will affect him as he
we
almost,
see him.
I don't know if he locks his brakes
I
or
believe he's locking his brakes going into 3. We see him almost every lap smoking the tires there.
I saw
This is
earlier
like
the
Jack
85
Curry
has spun out on his own, and we're still green.
Well, I believe that leaves the spin counter at 2. Don't know if it's 4 or 5, and around goes the 17.
He's gone.
He might have gotten hit by the 9 there. It looked like he came up ever so slightly. The 54 is up into 2nd. Smith does stay in 3rd. And Curry
Whoa.
pulls away.
91 making a daring move, getting around the 8 there. Looks like the 8
And
checked
look
up.
at
He
the
went into
back.
the grass. It came up to the track.
Look at the
Nearly
back
took
and
him
the
out.
right side of that 91 car. And the 33 hard into the wall off of 4. Don't know if you saw that in the background of our shot there, but look at the back of that 91 car driven by Benjamin Cusson, all torn up. And so, beaten in is that right side of his Red Bull Toyota.
One thing to note about that earlier accident with Ryan Arnold, I looked back at it, the number 9 and Ryan Arnold were both losing control, and eventually it just so happened that Ryan lost enough control to hit into to make contact with the number 9.
Well, it's very
Leaders are coming up,
unfortunate
too.
for Ryan. Sorry to interrupt there. He's dropped back to 8th. He's 9 seconds off the leader, Jack Curry, but he does have a very fast car, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does get pit strategy right and does catch up.
48 now being lapped by the leader, Jack Curry. 48 is just running the outside, letting the leaders pass. 48 now a lap down.
Good racing etiquette for
Oh,
the
we're under
48 Connor
caution.
Dowdy, and we are under caution. I guess that spin counter must have been gotten up to where it does necessitate a caution.
Jack Curry will be your leader coming into the caution, with Aria and the 54 following second, and the 9 in third.
So there we go. Let's see if we can get you a replay of what did happen under that caution, or what happened to necessitate the yellow being thrown.
I checked it and I couldn't find anything. The only thing I could have seen was the 81 going to the grass a bit, but he wasn't really spun out, so I wouldn't know what caused it. Maybe debris.
Looks like 48 is going to go get his lap back here as he's taking a wave around.
Well, it is possible that it was debris, as we don't want to miss pit stops here. Here comes the 07 down pit road, followed by the 54 and the 9. So these might be the stops that decide the winner of Stinger at Phoenix. Of course, we might have one more pit stop to go. That's all dependent on the pit strategy.
Yeah, pit strategy is important. I don't think they will make it to the end of the race if they don't pit again. Or maybe they will. I don't know. Not sure.
Well, let's see. Curry taking 4 tires, it seems. Yes, he is. And I would presume 2 cans of fuel. Here he comes out. He clips Carmona, and Aria Carmona leads Jack Curry off of pit road. And apart from 2 laps led by Ryan Arnold before he was spun, Curry has led every lap today. That'll change in just a few moments as Aria Carmona leads in her black Chevrolet Impala. Or maybe it'll be the 48 of Connor Dowdy. I don't know. Nope, he's coming to pit road. No, he's slowing. He's slowed. He's slowed.
Stopping. He's stopping at the pit entrance. What's he doing?
I think he took a wave around here, so he has to just let everyone by.
That would make sense
yeah.
to me. Yep, that's what he's doing, it looks like. He gets back up to speed and not coming to pit road, and he does let the entire field of 14 by. Was 15, but after the retirement, 27 laps back from Joshua Harrison, it is now a 14-car field, and that field led by the 54 Aria Carmona. Looks like we're going to go back green in just about 2, maybe 1.5 laps here.
Yeah, Carmona phasing through the pace car right now.
The 48 has not moved. He is currently sitting on the front stretch.
How strange.
Yeah, he is.
Is it possible engine issues? We'll see. Heavy damage I can see, or at least moderate damage to the right side of that Lowe's Chevy. I don't know if it will... Maybe he's letting them lap them again, but I think that just negates the purpose of the wave around. Let's see. Here come the leaders.
He's trying to start up his car. Oh, there he goes. He's got it back up again.
And there goes the 48, so that is what he was doing. He was letting the field lap him once again.
And we're going to go green next time by.
All right.
Carmona is the leader.
Here's Carmona's time to play defense. She'll lead Jack Curry, Kobe Smith, Carl Childress in the 8, and Blake Reed in the 65. That's your top 5 coming to the green flag. Lap 36 out of 63, just about 27 laps remaining in this Stinger race at Phoenix. And I forgot to mention at the top of the broadcast, sorry to interrupt, But I did forget to mention at the top of the broadcast as the 91 gets loose there, and you probably noticed it, this is the pre-reconfiguration version of Phoenix. No dogleg shortcuts here, actually not a lot of banking in the dogleg as it is now, and the old start-finish line here at Phoenix. So just a few things to note. We probably should have noted in the intro, but we did forget for you.
One thing to note, or a person to watch, is the 17 of Ryan Arnold as we come to the green flag.
Oh yeah, he's back there in 10th.
Yep.
Now we're gonna go back to green.
Yep, I wouldn't be surprised if that 17 car gets a lot of positions as the 07, the 65 to the inside, the 54 checked up, and the 65 is going to get up to third off the restart from fifth.
Sort of looked like the green flag came out really late. I'm not sure if the leaders jumped the start there.
Well, I don't know what happened. The 54's in the wall.
Whoa, 48's the round.
Yep. Oh, we do have a big crash, and the
17.
17's in it.
Arnold is out, and with him is Childress in the number 8.
Childress, Dowdy, and Arnold all in that crash in turn number 3 as we go under the yellow flag once more. 4th yellow of the day.
Well, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, cautions breed cautions, especially here at Phoenix. And with this setup, it seems to be making many of these cars loose, as well as this high horsepower Cup 10W mod. So let's go back and see if we can get you a replay of that. It did seem that the 48 went around first, but let's just see what happened.
One thing to note there at the start, I think Arya had no idea that they were coming to green flag or did not anticipate it and got a poor start. That's why everyone was checking up behind her.
We'll check that in just a moment. Here's the replay of the crash. The 48 of Connor Dowdy is the car that we're watching as he goes through the dog leg.
There were 2 unrelated accidents between the 85.
Oh, he hit the wall. Dowdy hit the wall, came back, hit the 19, collected the 00 who continues on, and it seemed as though it was a separate accident with the 17.
Yeah.
And the 19 got hit in both of them. But he still continues on. Let's see what happened with the 17 car here. He got in the wall, got loose, and the 85 just took the 8 out. Lost control.
Yeah,
my
so
gosh.
2 separate accidents in the same lap when we went back to green. It's pretty crazy.
All right, let's go back and check on the restart, the telemetry of Arya Carmona. You'll see it on the top of the screen. Let's see when she goes in comparison to the green flag. And one thing to note here, the 07 of Jack Curry, you'll see, was on her bumper the entire time coming to the restart. She didn't even go before the line. She missed the start.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Everyone just didn't move, and so that's what I was thinking, was everyone was anticipating for her to go, and she just never did. So the 07 and everyone else took advantage of that and went to the inside, as they should.
What's interesting to note is that the number 65 has made its way up to 3rd now, coming up to the green flag in a few laps. So 65, Blake Reed, he's going to be starting up front now. See
and
what
the
he's
75, Mishi Hood, remember him? He was like 2 laps down. He's up on the lead lap in 7th now.
Wow. Yeah, see, look, at any point, your race could turn around just like that. Now back onto the lead lap.
And a black flag, we must note, for the 2nd place competitor, Arya Carmona. A black flag for her. I don't know if that'll be a drive-through, a stop-and-go, or possibly going to the end of the longest line. I think we can rule out that last one, considering she hasn't pulled over.
I guess it was just for whatever happened at the start then.
Well, she seemed to be racing
Whoa,
clean.
75 turned into the wall.
And just as we mentioned him, he goes around. Let's see.
He just hooked the 33 and then got turned by the 00.
Yeah. Well,
33 was
it
just
looked like the 00 turned him into the 33 and then turned him in the wall there.
yeah. The 33 was just checking up. I don't know what was happening with the 33, but he was losing speed.
But it does look like we're coming to the green flag, this time by Jack Curry leads, as he so often does in this race. Aria Carmona has a black flag, but it seems as though she'll start in second. Blake Reed fourth, Kobe Smith fifth, and Benjamin Cusson. Blake Reed third, Kobe Smith fourth, and Benjamin Cusson rounds out the top five. We get set to go green. It'll be lap 41 out of 63 here, just over 20 laps to go. Stinger at Phoenix back underway.
Curry
with a very early start there.
At the start, he just brake checked Aria Carmona going to the start there.
He had a very early start there, even past the pace car while the pace car was on pit road. Don't know if that'll be a black flag, but it seems as though both Reed and Carmona have black flags. Connor Dowdy, the 48, was ejected just a few moments ago.
Back. One
Oh.
car, two.
The 85!
85 riding
in the fence,
wall.
Johnny Yang with heavy damage, and he'll be done for the night.
No caution.
No yellow here.
Oh,
We're not
now
in
it's
the.
out.
Oh, there we go.
It was a little slow, but
Yep. Well, our league administrator, our league principal, I guess, or president, Jack Curry, is the leader. He's responsible for throwing all the caution flags in this event, as well as the ejections.
really.
So, Yang is out of the race. Carmona and Cusson have served their black flags or have had them cleared. Blake Reed has yet to serve his black flag. Johnny Yang has retired due to the accident, and I think I said it before, but I'll say it again. Connor Dowdy will finish 14th. He was ejected 4 laps ago. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with the 85.
Yeah, like we guessed earlier, you stated that this the pits could decide whether or not how this race would finish, and you stated how it might not, and that's what we're saying right now. This could be a caution-filled race.
Yeah, it's all just come down to when cautions come out and deciding whether or not you're gonna pit during the caution, because like you could reliably bet on that there's gonna be more cautions afterwards. So you're trying to pick the right time to pit and stay out for the next few cautions and trying to go to the green flag finish from there.
Well, let's give you the replay of what happened with the 85. The 8 is Carl Childress. He brushes the wall ever so slightly. And the 85 loses it in 3, overcorrects, comes up, hits the 8.
And 75 came rocketing out of nowhere.
Woof.
Michi Hood, more bad luck from them.
Well, let's take a look on board with Michi Hood. Woof.
He was on the brakes, just didn't work.
A little too late there. Back to live action. Jack Curry
75.
is our leader.
Michi Hood is now off the track too. He's out.
He has retired, so 11 cars remain out of the 15 that started. Hood, Yang, Dowdy, and Harrison all have retired. And
All right, what do you think? Do you think these guys in the top 3 will be able to pass Curry? Because we've got now Blake Reed. He's up here in the top 3. Do you think he's going to make a charge to the front?
He could. If I had anybody to bet on, I would have bet on Ryan Arnold, who's in 7th right now, but he seems just a little too far back, and he hasn't been able to gain a lot of those positions since he was involved in that wreck. Cusson in the 91 is a very fast driver in Stinger, although he does have a lot of damage to both the rear end and the right side of his Red Bull Toyota. We'll just have to find out here as Jack Curry leads Kobe Smith, Blake Reed, Benjamin Cusson, and Cliff Jones Jr. back to the green with under 20 laps to go at Phoenix.
Carmona starting out 8th on this restart, so see what happens with them, see if they can work through the field as we go back to green.
And still, the black flag for Blake Reed is looming over for him as they get back to green flag racing here at Phoenix. The 65 down all the way to block the 33. Cliff Jones Jr., who had a huge run. That's going to allow the 91 of Benjamin Cusson up to the outside to take third. Curry off to a big start here. He's going to lead the 9 handily as they head into turn 3. The 65 up the track ever so slightly. 33 on the apron. Can he hold it? No, there goes the 65.
And there they go.
And a
17,
big crash.
and
Here we
wrecking.
go, the big wreck.
54 flipping over.
Oh, the
flipping.
65 up into the air
He's
there.
flipping it. Man,
And
that
there's
is
the big one.
okay. That's definitely caution.
Yellow flag is out. They're racing back to the line. Jack Curry leads them. Kobe Smith with a run in 3. Can he get him off of 4? No,
I don't
it's
think
going
he's
to be
got
Curry
it. No, he
leading them.
doesn't get it. That was a wild wreck.
Jack Curry leads us back to the yellow flag. Let's take a look at it one more time.
Yeah, it was at 33. He just got loose on the apron. He came back up and took everybody out.
And something to report as we come back. The 65 said he was going to pit, and I guess the 33 did not know. So he checked up the 65 as he was going to pit. The 00 forced the 33 into the 65, and around they go. Carmona gets involved. Watch the 65. He's going to head up high into the air here as the 00 flips. Total carnage on the front stretch at Phoenix.
This is just a sad event of rookie mistakes and being oblivious, causing a huge wreck here. Luckily, as it seems, looking at the stats, no one has retired.
No
from
one
this accident.
has retired just yet as we get ready to go back to green flag action. Jack Curry out front, Kobe Smith second, Benjamin Cusson third, followed by the 81 Cam Smith and a 19 Brandon Carter. The 65 of Blake Reed is dropped to the back after he looks like he serviced his black flag, but Carmona is behind him. So I would guess that she has retired from the race after flipping in that wild accident.
Well, no, they're coming back out onto the track.
Well, there's your answer then. As the pace car dives down pit road, we're ready to go back racing in Phoenix. Jack Curry leads us to the green. Doesn't look like a jump start this time. A fan out coming into turn 1.
You know, I just want to say, I would have waited, personally, I would have waited for another caution to pit, not during a green flag run, so I don't agree with what the 65 did there.
Oh, I believe the 65 had a black flag to clear.
Oh, okay.
The 17 is making a position now. I think he's making a move, but more
And the
important,
9.
Jack Curry is blocking the 9.
Whoa, and here comes the 91. Cusson as the 9 slides up the track. The 81 all over the place with lag issues.
That is just a risky move, but here comes
17 was
going
in
into
the grass.
getting around the 81.
My God, and he does get around the 81.
I told
That
you,
was
you have to
close.
watch on Ryan Arnold and look at him go. Looks like he's going to make another move here coming up to the 9. Does he have the
Outside
momentum?
of the
Yes,
9.
he does.
Yes, he does. He's going to get to the outside of that Mopar Dodge.
Yeah, surely he's got the run
Whoa,
on the
he
outside. Ooh,
almost hit
9
his
just
rear
blocked
bumper.
him.
Could have hooked him.
Oh,
Hey, he's around.
The bag? No.
He saves it.
Save.
Whoa. Was that the 65, I believe?
No, that was the 8 who...
Okay. 65 checked up there. That's who we saw. But
Personally,
still...
though, if I'm Ryan Arnold, I would be looking for revenge right now on the 9. Not really as in dumping, but just trying to get past him. He knows he's faster.
Here he
knows
comes.
he can
Here he
out-trick
comes.
him.
To the outside.
Is the 9 going to block him?
Yes, they head through the dog leg, but into 3. He's going to come to the outside again. But he can't get there.
Looks like Curry's pulling ahead.
Yes, he
gets the
is
lead.
as the 9 hits
Oh,
the wall.
9 tags the wall.
But
Arnold
he
still
keeps
can't get around him.
third. And here comes Arnold inside this time. Better shot, and he gets alongside. This might be for third.
Looks like he's going to get around him. I don't
Let's
think the
see,
9's got the
into
run.
3.
He is.
Now he's going
17
to try and get
now.
around the 91.
Let's
10 laps
see.
to go.
10 remains at Phoenix International Raceway. The 9 to the back of the 17. The 17
Ooh,
moves
91.
the 91, and there goes the 17
nice.
again.
Still at the 17.
And the 91 gets collected, but he continues on. The 9 just dumped the 17. Curry expands his lead.
Man, Arnold must be furious. He's lost so many spots now. He's
I would
running
guess
in the back.
so. That's the second time I believe he's been dumped by the 9 or spun by the 9. At least the second time he's been spun from second position into the exact same place there. And if I'm Benjamin Cusson, I would be very careful with this overtake.
Yeah, it looks like the 9 is racing dangerously today.
Yeah, that's Kobe Smith in the number 9 Dodge. But our leader is Jack Curry in the 07 Chevrolet Impala. And
Yeah,
he
he's got a
leads-
huge lead now.
Yeah, he
He's
leads
got
by almost 2 seconds over that second place number 9 Kobe Smith. There are 8 laps remaining.
If I'm Benjamin, I'm praying that the 9 has the pace to catch up to Jack, then make your move. You can
And-
stick to the 9 and the 9 catches up with Jack. This could be great, but so far it's not looking like it.
And further in the back, a battle for the top 5 between the 81 of Cam Smith and the 19 of Brandon Carter. Carter will get the position, and the 00 Dresden Ramsey as
Ooh,
both go into
they-
the wall. There goes Ramsey.
Yeah, 00 gets a pass on both of them.
So Ramsey will get the 5th position after that double overtake.
I saw the 8
Still.
go down on pit road by himself.
I
Wondering if
would
he's
not
gonna
be
get-
surprised. We might have green flag pit stops coming up here, depending on the fuel mileage.
Yeah. So I guess he's going to get a head start on pit cycles. Maybe he could cycle out to the front if a caution were to come out.
Well,
I'm not
we
sure,
will
though.
see. There are now 5 laps remaining here at Phoenix.
Looks like everybody's spread out now. Except for the 17. He's right beside 81. Arnold and Smith battling it hard. Trying to get to 7.
9 just does not have the pace. He's bleeding time.
Yeah,
This
Curry's pulling ahead. He's making more time. And the 9 is falling back. Curry might win this one, guys.
if Curry has the fuel, which I doubt he doesn't, he's gonna win this one.
Well, just a couple more laps to go. We'll see who's going to win this race. I'm not sure who's going to win it.
Paul Childress is into the pits.
8
If he gets
pits again.
repaired.
Yeah,
2 times in a row.
so that's definitely something more than fuel mileage, as Curry, with now 3 laps remaining in this race, has a huge 2.1 second lead over Kobe Smith. It was at the line. And not much of a battle for second anymore. Not much of a battle anywhere. Never mind, Carmona and Blake Reed are having themselves a fight. This is for, I believe, 9th position, all the way back there. But I believe we shall stick with our leader, as he
Leader's
is
catching up to a
now...
lap down car.
Well,
Oh,
here's
he's getting
Childress.
around.
He gets loose, but he'll get around him anyways, it seems, as Childress runs the high line to let him through.
One lap to go. I'm sure Curry's going to win this race. He is in a totally different
I
field.
believe...
He's in another zip code right now. He's on his own.
Well,
He's gonna-
breaking character here, just to let you know, there are 2 laps to go. GNL TV likes to say 1 lap to go when there's actually 2 laps to go, so just letting you know that. 2 laps to go to all of our viewers watching.
I saw the white flag. I thought it was the last lap.
Yep, we're coming to the white flag right now. Our leader, Jack Curry, practically, as you said, almost in his own zip code here at Phoenix. He gets through turns 1 and 2 all clean. No lapped traffic in front of him, through the dog leg, down the back,
Oh,
at the crown jewel of NASCAR's desert.
54 got into some trouble. He traded paint with the 81.
Oh,
The
Well,
No,
A1
that's the checkered.
hit
That's
the
the
back.
checkered.
It
Yeah, no,
doesn't
those are
matter
checkers,
now.
guys.
Checkered flag. Jack
Ooh,
Curry wins the
17.
winged COT race of Stinger at Phoenix.
Well, that was a little confusing. I saw the checkered flag, but apparently that
Yeah,
means
no,
the white flag.
no. Yeah, some username was right. That was the checkered flag.
Yeah, and everybody got confused there.
Oh,
But good to know
very
that Jack Curry.
strange. All that what we do know is Jack Curry is our winner here at Phoenix.
There's no doubt about that.
Let's see if we can talk to our winner in just a moment as he does a burnout.
Something to know.
Looks like
What a
the Nine's
sweet
gonna
burnout.
join him. Nine's gonna join him in his burnout celebration.
But before that, before we get an interview with Jack Curry, what are your thoughts on this race that just happened?
Well, it was certainly something.
Yeah, a very hectic race, I guess, would be the word that I would describe it with. But here's our winner, Jack Curry, as he does a Polish victory lap around the 1 mile Phoenix International Raceway. Jack, incredible win. Seemed like nobody could catch you out there. How does it feel?
Man, it's really good, man. I've been driving a part-time schedule. I was planning on running this race by halfway length and then do moderation for the other half, but I stuck it out and it paid off, man. It paid off.
Well, you did have a little bit of a battle there with the 9 and early on with the 17. Who'd you think, if anybody, could beat you today?
Man, it's really tough to say, but I don't think it's either of them. I think it was really Arya Carmona, man, because she had the little bit of a short run pace, and with all the cautions we were having, she could have pulled out far, and if I had pit, it would have screwed me over. But them battles, man, they were rough, because right when you got side by side with someone, the car would just get loose, man.
Yeah, and let's just hear this from the driver's perspective. We did see a lot of cars getting loose, especially coming into turn 3. Arnold was hot on the brakes, even locking up pretty much every time he got in there. What was it like for you? You seemed pretty stable out there, but you're obviously in a chat with all the other drivers. What were they saying about the setup?
A lot of them said it was a bit tight. They were hitting the wall a little bit, but I think as tires wore on, the car got a lot looser, man. But as for braking it, you had to trail brake it in there. You had to make sure it stuck. Got to keep the weight on the front of these cars.
All right, a thank you to Jack Curry and a congratulations to him on winning this Stinger race at Phoenix. So we'll end it with our final results here from Phoenix. Jack Curry, as we just said, is our winner. He led Kobe Smith, the number 9, at the line by 2.5 seconds. He was followed by the 91 of Benjamin Cusson, rounding out the podium positions. Then the 00, Dresden Ramsey, and the 17, Ryan Arnold. Very fast car, but unfortunately couldn't stick up in the front. He rounds out the top 5. 6th position, the 33, Cliff Jones Jr. in that, I believe it was the white Michigan car. Very nice run for him today. Brandon Carter also mentioned throughout the broadcast, very solid mid-pack runner today in 7th. 8th position, 81, Cam Smith. 9th, Arya Carmona, who had a very fast car, and as you just heard from our winner, Jack Curry, was probably the one who could have beat him. 65, Blake Reed rounds out the top 10, first of the lap down cars. Carl Childress, last car to finish. He was 4 laps down, finishing in 11th. Nishi Hood retired 21 laps down in 12th. Johnny Yang also had an accident. He retired. He was 23 laps down in 13th. Connor Dowdy in the 48th, 14th, was ejected from this race. And Joshua Harrison retired after just about 5 laps into 3. Rounds out 15-car field for this Stinger race at Phoenix. We thank you for joining us tonight for Some Username and Z Games. I'm Matthew Marino. Thank you for watching Stinger at Phoenix. Our next race, I believe, is the CWS 15 mod at Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa. For now, once again, I'm Matthew Marino. Have a very good night, ladies and gentlemen.